Hello everybody and welcome to an English class. Today we will have a very interesting lesson and you will enjoy learning about heroes. Our topic is My Hero, and during this lesson we are going to practice English sounds pronunciation, learn new words to speak about books and literature. We will read the text and complete a reading comprehension exercise, and in the end a little grammar we will practice using modals. All of you know the adjective beautiful, but do you know other words how to say it? Alright, let's learn some of them. Nice or pretty, good looking, wonderful, lovely, attractive. So all of these can be used instead of beautiful. Can you describe this girl? Is she beautiful? Yes, she is. More than that, she is wonderful, she is lovely, she is attractive, isn't she? Alright, let's pronounce some sounds of letter E. So we have letter E that is pronounced in different ways. For example, E, me, he, Eve, these. You can repeat the words. Next one, bed, bell, tell, fell, marry, every, read, help. Or E, begin, began, believe, because, exist. And another sound is hello. Alright, so now let's practice a little bit. Every time I climb a tree, I scrape a leg or skin a knee. And every time I climb a tree, where have you been? They say to me. Good job. Now let's learn some new words that are connected to books and literature. Do you know what this picture represents? It's an almanac. Repeat please, almanac. It's a book that is published every year. It gives information for that year about a particular subject or activity. For example, Granny bought an almanac for the next year. Next, I am sure you know what this is. This is a dictionary. This is an e-dictionary, an electronic one, but still a dictionary. This is a book that contains a list of words in alphabetical order and explains their meanings or gives a word for them in another language. Or it may be an electronic product giving similar information on a computer, smartphone, etc. I'm sure all of you have e-dictionaries, right? Kevin got an e-dictionary as a present. Next word is encyclopedia. Encyclopedia. It's a book or set of books or a similar set of articles on the internet containing many articles arranged in alphabetical order that deal either with the whole of human knowledge or with a particular part of it. For example, Wikipedia is a great encyclopedia that my friend likes a lot. Next one, I know you enjoy this kind of book. It's a comic book. Comic book. A magazine especially for children that tells stories through pictures. For example, there are plenty of comic books in my room. Tell me please, who the boy in the picture is? Yes, you are right. This is Harry Potter. Have you ever watched a movie with him? Yes, of course. You know all the series of the books and all the series of movies that are on the screen. And today we will learn about him. Before this, let's learn some new words that we will find in the text. Wizard. Wizard. A man who is believed to have magical powers and who uses them to harm or help other people. The good wizard helped young men to find the castle. Then we have, yes, it's a witch. A witch. A woman who is believed to have magical powers and who uses them to harm or help other people. The witch was flying on her broomstick. Prophecy. Prophecy. A statement that says what is going to happen in the future. She believes any prophecy about her life. The word sound. This is a verb. Sound. To seem good, interesting, strange from what is said or written. For example, let's go for a walk. Oh, it sounds great. All right, now let's read the text. So as you see, it is entitled Harry Potter. We will read about him. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series of books and Harry Potter's creator, was born on July 21st, 1965 in Bristol, England. Harry Potter was born on 31st of July, 1980 in Godric's Hollow, West Country, England. Even though Rowling has claimed that she came up with the beginning of Harry Potter's story and himself as a character on a different date while on a train, she decided to link herself to her main character through a birth date. Harry Potter is a boy who was born from two loving parents, Lily and James Potter. Harry, like his parents, is a wizard. When Harry was 1 year old, his parents were killed by a dark wizard named Lord Voldemort. Voldemort heard a prophecy that his greatest enemy was a boy who sounded like Harry. Voldemort can't kill Harry and disappears. After the death of his parents, he was grown up by his non-magical aunt, uncle, and cousin, and they didn't treat him well. As a child, he didn't know he was a wizard. When Harry turned 11, he received a letter inviting him to go to a boarding school called Hogwarts for young witches and wizards. At school, he met Ron and Hermione, his two best friends. They had a lot of adventures together. So this is a kind of summary of the film, and probably those of you who have never watched this movie will watch it now. It seems interesting, isn't it? Alright, now let's complete the sentences according to the text. J.K. Rowling is the author of the Harry Potter series of books. Harry, like his parents, is a wizard. His parents were killed by a dark wizard named Lord Voldemort. Voldemort can't kill Harry and disappears. He received a letter inviting him to go to a boarding school. Now let's pass to grammar. Today we will speak about modal verbs. The first one is can. We use can when we want to show ability. For example, he can drive the car, or he is able to drive a car. Or permission. Can I use your book, please? So the verb can. Next one, may. We may use it when we need to express possibility. For example, she may be at home now. Or permission. May I ask you a question? And the third one is must. We may use must when we need to express an obligation. For example, you must wear uniforms at school. Or a necessity. You must study hard for the exams. Alright, now have a look at the screen. For example, we have a girl and a boy. She can ride a bike, isn't it? What about him? She can't ride a bike. Can you ride a bike? If yes, you have to answer, yes, I can. If no, no, I can't. So what you have to pay attention to is that we do not need any other auxiliary verbs. For example, don't or doesn't, didn't. So to form negative, we add not to the verb, and to form an interrogative sentence, we use it before the subject. Can you, may you or may I, must we, and so on. Now let's practice a little bit for you to better understand and better use all these modal verbs. Disagree, it means make the sentences negative. As I said before, we have just to add not at the verb. They must run in the park in the evening. Negative sentence. They mustn't run in the park in the evening. Let's go on. My brother can drive a car. What is the negative? You're right. My brother can't drive a car. I must eat ice cream every day. I mustn't eat ice cream every day. The children can walk in the park alone. The children can't walk in the park alone. His parents can travel during winter. His parents can't travel during winter. Next exercise. Complete the sentences using can, may, or must. You have to read the sentence, understand it, and decide which one best fits the sentence, can, may, or must. You can pause the video, complete the exercise, and then check with me. Alright? Let's see. Pupils must always come to school in time. This is an obligation. They can swim. This is an ability. Lisa is not writing. You may take her pen. So you are permitted, you are allowed to take her pen. Children must not play with matches. This is a kind of rule. My father can play football very well. We have a question. May I come in? And another one. Can you cook lunch? Alright, good job, guys. That's it for today. I hope you did well and you learned a lot. See you next time. Goodbye.